Imagine the smell of freshly baked cookies, the crunch of candy, or an ice cream cone stacked high with scoops. Just the thought of it makes most people hungry. But have you ever stopped to wonder why sugary foods are so hard to resist? The answer lies inside the brain, where sugar sets off a chain reaction that makes us want more. What sugar really is. Sugar isn't just about candy bars and frosting, it's actually a broad name for a class of molecules called carbohydrates. It shows up in countless forms and under many names. Look at food labels and you'll see glucose, fructose, dextrose, or maltose. And it's not just in desserts. Sugar hides in yogurt, tomato sauce, dried fruit, and even granola bars. Since it's nearly everywhere, it's important to understand what sugar does once it enters the body. First, taste. The moment you take a bite of something sweet, the sugar molecules immediately touch the sweet taste receptors on your tongue. These receptors are part of your taste buds, and they send a signal racing to the brainstem. This simple first taste sets the stage for a much bigger reaction deeper in the brain. The reward system. Once sugar reaches the brain, it activates the reward system. This system is designed to answer one subconscious question. Should I do that again? That cozy, happy feeling you get when biting into chocolate cake or ice cream is your reward system telling you, yes, definitely do that again. Beyond the tongue. The journey doesn't stop at taste. As the bite of food moves into your stomach and gut, other sugar receptors get involved. They let you know if you're full, and they signal your body to release insulin, a hormone that helps manage the surge of sugar entering your bloodstream. It's the body's way of balancing the sudden rush of energy sugar provides. Dopamine's role. At the center of the reward system is dopamine. When you eat sugar, dopamine is released into certain hot spots of the brain, making you feel pleasure and satisfaction. The interesting part? Not all foods do this. Eating broccoli or plain grains doesn't trigger dopamine in the same way. Sugar, on the other hand, keeps rewarding the brain, which explains why we crave it so strongly. The problem of repetition. Here's where sugar stands out from other foods. Normally, when you eat a balanced meal, dopamine levels rise the first few times, but then they level out if you eat the same dish every day. But sugar doesn't follow this rule. If you keep eating sugary foods, dopamine keeps spiking again and again instead of calming down. That means the brain continues to feel rewarded every time, which is part of what makes sugar addictive. The sugar trap. So, what does all this mean? Every time you eat sugar, no matter the form, it kicks off a domino effect in your brain that feels good and encourages you to eat more. In small amounts, sugar is harmless, and a slice of cake once in a while won't damage you. But when it becomes a habit, the constant stimulation of the reward system can lead to cravings, tolerance, and even health problems. That's why sugar feels so addictive, and why it's so important to keep our sweet tooth under control.